she's chilling with us today, even though she just looks like a black pillow. But hey, lovelies, it's me, Louise, and today we have a pretty exciting video, I must say. And that is the video about my tattoos. And I promised you guys I would get around to it. So here we are. And yeah, I'm just going to be showing you them and giving you the meaning behind them. Pretty much all of them are very personal. So, you know, just, what's the word? I don't want to over explain or, you know, just make it a really sad or uncomfortable video. So just bear with me. I'll explain them in the best way possible. But also, I have my Capri Sun that I've been drinking. So I am so ready to get into this video. I've been so excited to make it because a few of you have asked about them, and I recently got 2 new ones. So that's been really exciting. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I have seen many people do this, you know, tattoo video, and they usually have so many, like dozens of tattoos, or even just like more than 5. But I only have 4 tattoos. And you know, I know that's not a lot, but it's enough to, I think, explain to you guys and make a little video about it. So the first 2 that I got is when I first turned 18. It was a month after I turned 18, and I knew right away. I knew even when I was in like middle school, high school, that I wanted a tattoo when I turned 18. So I waited, and I didn't tell my parents. I just went with some other family members and got them. So we'll start with those 2, so they are the oldest, and sometimes I just forget they're even there. But yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of the best way to like position my arms, but there's hairs. So this is the first one that I got. There we go. Kind of. You get the gist. So it is a, what I call remote control. It's a controller that has a rewind button, a pause button, play button, and fast forward. Now, so many people have been like, oh, where's like the, what do you call it? The stop button, and where's like all these other buttons that are on remotes? I'm like, first of all, I'm not actually getting a remote on my arm. That's the first thing. Second thing, it's my tattoo, leave me alone. But, so, this little guy, he or she, but I got this one's probably the least meaningful, just because I kind of did it on a whim. And is it whim or limb? On a whim. Am I like, you know what I mean? I basically saw a picture of something like this, oh man, in high school probably, and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like I feel like I would like that on my arm. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized how fitting it was, because I call it my life control. So, you know, rewind, pause, play, fast forward, these are all the things that, you know, I wish that I can do in life. So I don't know, sometimes I just look at it and everyone always comes up to it and touches it, and I'm like, I tell them, I'm like, one day I'm gonna get a chip in there, and then it's fast forward and all this stuff. But all the other pictures I saw, they had a stop button. Now, what makes this very unique to me is I didn't get the stop button because it's more of a metaphor, just like I don't want life to stop. Life doesn't stop no matter what, and I mean, it doesn't really do any of these things either, but it never ever stops, and I don't want it to stop. So that is the story behind this one. And fun fact, when I was about to get my tattoos, I remember looking up one of those like pain charts where it tells you what spots on your body are most painful and least painful and whatever. And I remember them saying the forearms are like one of the least painful spots you can get. So that's the biggest reason why I got my first two on my forearms. So silly. But also I like them. I like how they look on my arms. So now, the second one that I got that same day, I basically got just two at once, and they're small, so they let me do that, is this guy. Now, this guy is very meaningful. I'm trying to stretch my skin so you can see it. So, that is obviously a heartbeat monitor. There we go. And that is something that I remember in middle school seeing a picture of, because I was always into tattoos. I remember I loved looking them up, finding new ideas, but I remember this one day I saw a picture of, a heartbeat monitor, a tattoo, and I remember saying, oh, that's really cool, I didn't think to get a tattoo of it. I was just like, oh, that's a cool picture. And middle school was probably one of the hardest times I've ever been through in my life. So 6th to 8th grade, it definitely was very traumatic, very hard, and for multiple reasons that I can't really go into, just because they're A, very personal, and B, kind of legal reasons too, like just not, it doesn't involve just me. So I, just went through a lot of crap and really didn't want to live at one point. And I know that's very heavy to say, but I'm just being very transparent with you guys. My all-time low was in middle school, and I was a literal child, and a child should never go through not wanting to live. So it was very tough, and I remember after middle school and getting through all of the stuff that I got through, high school rolled around and just being a teenager rolled around, and even though there were some shitty times, there were also some really, really good times. And but throughout all the years, I would keep seeing this picture of this heartbeat monitor tattoo. I swear, everywhere I went, Instagram, just Googling, like, I would see it pop up. Tumblr, because Tumblr was really big back in the day. And I would just be like, okay, that's interesting, And then when the time came around where I was getting tattoos, I just knew that I really, really wanted something like that. So, hence why I got this guy. And he is just a reminder that keep freaking living no matter what. So both of them on my forearms, they kind of mean the same thing, like life should never stop and you should never stop your life. So that's a quote that I live by every day, is life should never stop and you should never stop your life. So those are the two I was gonna say two most meaningful, but this one is definitely very meaningful. And I love it. I look down at it every day, and I am so happy that I am still here and that I got through anything that I went through. And so that was when I was 18, little baby. Well, I guess not baby, but finally growing into an adult, I guess. I didn't even see her move. Cutie. So, now, years go by, and I finally got to 2020. And as you guys know, 2020 has been a wild year, horrible year, crazy year. So, I remember sitting there and thinking to myself, well, let's see. I need a change. I already did the cutting of my hair. Remember when it was here? I know some of you guys remember that. And that was in 2018. And I don't want to dye it quite yet. I don't want any piercings, I'm trying to think of something I can do to just spice up life a little bit. So I hit up my friend one day and I say, hey, do you want to go get tattoos? And of course she says yes, so we go and get tattoos. And once again, I get 2 tattoos on the same day because I am I'm a minimalist. I like that look on my body. So many people have amazing artwork on their body, but I just don't think I would like that. I thought I heard someone. Scary. And so I decide to get 2 more tattoos. So, first one. Which one did he do first? I'm trying to think which one he did. Oh, okay. He did this one first. So this guy is the one. This one I need to get touched up. But I don't know when I'm going to be doing that. So, but that is my moon tattoo. And this one isn't original. That's for sure. A lot of people have crescent moon tattoos, but I always knew I was gonna get a moon tattoo. And this one is just special because ever since I was young, I've been obsessed with the moon. I have been obsessed with space. I have a telescope. You can ask anyone in my life. I have moon things everywhere. I have a moon nightlight, which you guys have seen. I have moon decorations. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a moon party at some point. But I have always had this special weird connection with the moon. So, I think that's really the only reason. I just like how it looks. I wanted a wrist tattoo and I felt like the moon would be perfect for that. It looks like it's lined up, but it's not, obviously. It's on the side of my arm. Like that. So, that is my little moon tattoo. Yeah, I don't know. The sun and the moon are very, very special, but that being said, I think I might get it shaded in. So let me know in the comments if you think it would look nice shaded in. And last but not least, we have this guy on this arm, and this one actually hurt. None of the other ones really hurt that much. Even the wrist one, which I'm very surprised about, but this one hurt a little bit. And that is this. 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, whichever way you want it. So the thing about this is, first of all, it's in my mother's handwriting. And I just told her one day to write down on a piece of paper 1, 2, 3, and she did. And I brought it into the tattoo shop and told him, hey, this is what I want. And so this number is important because it is what I call my angel number. For the past, I don't know how many years now, especially this year and last year, when I was going through a really, really hard time with personal things, I would always, every time I look at the clock, see the numbers 123 or 321. And if you know anything about angel numbers like 1111 or 333 or 444, whatever, they all have a special meaning. And the meaning behind 123 or 321 is to organize your life, and that things will fall into place, and things are falling into place, and there's a reason why everything is lining up the way it is. And especially with how this year is going, I just needed this on my body so bad, so I can always look and see, okay, 1 2 3 3 2 1. It's, you know, everything's planning, everything's lining up how it's supposed to, and I always need to remember that, because life can get really, really hard, and it's just something that I look down and I remind myself, all of these, I just look down and remind myself, like, okay, there's a reason I have these, and there's a reason, you know, why everything is the way it is. So that was really nice, and it's in my mom's handwriting just because, so I can have a piece of her everywhere I go. So, and that's all I have. I think I'm gonna get 1 or 2 more, maybe in the future, but for right now, I think I'm good. So, yes, those are my tattoos. I'm sorry I don't have more. I wish I did so I could show you guys, but I always knew I would get tattoos that meant a lot to me. And of course, I like the minimalistic look, the black and white. I am just that kind of girl. And I wouldn't trade them for the world. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. And I hope that you like my tattoos. But let me know if you have any very special tattoos, or just cool tattoos in general. And thank you guys for being so great and for watching.